It is good to introduce Clemmy to the podcast. He is an artist and musician based in France, if I got it correctly. Welcome to the show, dude. How are you?
Thanks for inviting me, man. I hope you're okay. I'm doing amazing today.
Awesome. Yeah, I s- had a good start of the day, so hopefully the rest follows.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, how's your week been?
it was an amazing week. I had a lot of fun. I worked a lot too, and I had received some good news because this summer I'm gonna be playing in Italy for Rockin' 1000. It's a huge event, one of the biggest rock band in the world because that's 1,000 people playing together, singing together in a huge stadium, often sold out. So that's a huge event and a huge milestone for me.
Awesome. Yeah, I was gonna mention that too. Congratulations on being part of the largest rock band in the world. Yeah.
Thanks a
So,
lot.
how did you hear of the news?
So I received an email. I received an email with the confirmation that I was invited for the event, and I received a letter, an official letter from the embassy, Italian and French embassy, that was formally inviting me to join the band this summer. And so because it's in Italy, so I have to prepare Italian documents and files. So yeah, and that was kind of huge for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
when will the event take place?
So it will take place in late July, July 26th and July 27th. And we will have 2, 3 days of rehearsals before. And yeah, the official event will take place on 26th and 27th of July at 9 p.m. Italian time.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
both days at 9 p.m.
exactly. Yeah, 2 days.
Okay. So, I'm guessing you'll be playing at both of them.
Yes, but it's still to be confirmed. I mean, for the first day, I'm gonna be playing for sure, but the second day, we still have to confirm. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So what's the instrument of choice that you're going to play?
So I'm gonna sing. I'm one of the lead singers, but there are guitarists, drums, of course, drummers, and also windpipes. I think windpipes, yeah, and some other stuff. But I'm gonna be one of the lead singers, and we're gonna sing rock anthems like Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and Queen. Also a bit of Coldplay too, and yeah, a lot of huge songs that everyone knows.
Of course. Yeah. So would you call them some of your favorite artists?
Yes, I'm a bit into rock more than pop. So yeah, I mean, I love Nirvana and Foo Fighters. Not really Queen, but my favorite artists, if we go out of this event, are I think Blink-182
Sure.
in UK, and I mean also Sum 41 or Avril Lavigne, really the rock stars. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So I guess in 90s, 2000s pop punk kind of stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
I see.
Exactly, that's correct.
I think I was born a little too late to have grown up on that. I think the music genre that I grew up on was like 2000s era new metal. And
Exactly.
I didn't look back on that period quite fondly, although I really like Linkin Park.
Yeah, Linkin Park are amazing, yeah.
Mhm. So what appeals to you about this pop punk sound?
I'm really into pop punk because I just love also the community that's around, and it's really engaging, and I mean I can explain why I love the music and the sound because it's really deep into my body, I feel like, and I vibe with that sound. But it's really about finding a community that vibes around the same music as you, and also um pop punk was for me one of the first genres of music that I was introduced with when I was younger, and that's why participating in Rockin' 1001 was one of my biggest dreams because that's rock music in a sold out stadium. So for me, a huge event. And so yeah, pop punk was the main genre. I feel like that was huge when I was younger.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, what I like about the pop punk subgenre is that the songs are pretty fast, both in terms of tempo and in terms of length. So even if it's a bad song, it goes by pretty quickly, so you don't have to notice it too
Exactly.
much. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I do remember when I was when I was in my teens, I had a huge crush on Avril Lavigne too, like between the age of
Ah, yeah.
13 and 16. Yeah, I think yeah, her during that time, I think it was like 2013 or something like that, or 2010, 2013. So around that
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
She has this song called, what is it, What the Hell? Yeah, that was
What
like
the
the
hell?
first.
Yeah.
That was like the first song that I heard of her, and yeah, I was quite intrigued. She was like, even then, she was different from many of the female pop stars that came up. They were all quite clean cut, but she isn't.
Yeah, she's very unique in her genre. I feel like she is different from the others because when you look at, for example, pop girls, they are all the same. If you look today at Taylor Swift, Gracie Abrams, Sabrina Carpenter, all these ladies are playing the same music. I love it. They are my favorite too, but it's really similar. And Avril Lavigne was one of the, because mainly pop punk was for, I feel like, boys more than girls. And if you look at Hayley Williams from Paramore, if you look at Avril Lavigne, if you look at for the name, I think it's Amy something, but from Evanescence.
Yeah, Amy Lee.
Emily, exactly, yeah. They are all unique in their genre, and they're not trying to copy someone else because they are very talented in what they do.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I should listen to more of Paramore's music. Yeah, I haven't listened to too much of their stuff yet. Although I did grow up on that B.O.B. song, Airplanes.
Hmm. Of course, yeah, with Hayley Williams, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And yeah, I did grow up on that Bring Me to Life song too. Evanescence. I think
Same, yeah.
they're still making records. Those guys.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, they're quite amazing in their work.
Yeah.
So tell me about the music scene in France.
Yeah, so the music scene, I feel like rock music isn't very huge. It's more about rap music, but I feel like it's everywhere like this. Currently, the hip hop rap scene is very, very present, and so there's a lot of rap. I mean, people my age often try to become rappers, even if you come from different backgrounds, you want to be a rapper. But because that's when you're younger, you try to fit in a place with people that listen to the same things as you, so you can fit in, and you try to find a way to fit in. But for me, I feel like I'm often disconnected from this generation, and even more in my country where we listen to rap music because I don't really like rap music. I mean, rap music like Eminem, I like it, but in French, I don't. I don't like French rap, and so for me, I was always, I mean, when I was younger, I used to listen to it, but more in order to fit in, not in order to, that wasn't my taste. Deep inside me, I wanted to do rock. And so there is a lot of rap, not a lot of rock, a bit of pop. But yeah, I feel like in France, the most listened genre is rap by far today.
Oh, really? Huh. I'm
Even in the radio. And yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that France has a big rap scene. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you learn something new every day. Yeah, by far the only real French music I listen to is Debussy, so I'm pretty far behind.
Yeah.
And also
Okay.
the opera Carmen. I forgot the name of the composer. But yeah. So where in France are you based in?
In East France. Yeah, if you know the mountains,
Okay, that's
maybe
good.
not. Okay, yeah, it's near the mountains.
Okay, yeah. So how
It's
far away
not so far
from?
from Italy.
Okay, right. Okay. So tell me about growing up there.
He was growing up here was I feel like it was amazing because I grew up in an environment that was always comfortable for me with a friends and family that were always supportive of me, my music, and my personality. And at school, it was easy, of course, like every single student in the world. Sometimes it's not easy. And but in terms of growing up in Lyon, France specifically, we have all the infrastructures and all the accommodations that we need. I grew up in a, I'm very grateful because I grew up in a comfortable place again. And so I never had to struggle with anything. I went on vacation in some amazing places like USA, Mexico, and growing up in France was always cool, I feel like.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of music that your parents listen to?
My parents are very different in terms of music, but I feel they join in rock music. Rock music, that's their generation. When rock music was at its peak, it was when my parents were young, and my mom listens to pop music, and my dad listens to a bit of rap music like Eminem, etc. But they both listen to rock music from the 80s, 90s, and even 2000s.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm guessing you get their music tastes from them.
Exactly.
Awesome.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So do some of your favorite artists ever choose Lyon as their performing destination for their tours?
Yes, one of my favorite outside of rock music, I love Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift was in Lyon last year in June, June 2nd and June 3rd. So I went there at the Lyon Stadium and I went to the Eras tour. And it was amazing.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're about the first guy that I met who likes Taylor Swift. I think most of the
Yes.
people who like Taylor Swift are like girls. Yeah.
Yeah, same. All my friends that are boys don't like Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
But that's why I have a lot of female friends because for them, for the female friends that I have, it's unique to have a boy that's friend that a friend that is a boy and he likes Taylor Swift. Yeah,
I see. Yeah. I'm definitely not a girl, but I get the feeling that for girls who are, our age, Taylor Swift seems to like speak to their soul.
exactly. I feel the same. Yeah,
Oh, really? And I'm guessing you feel that Taylor Swift speaks to your soul as well?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, it's a bit different because I'm not a lot of Taylor Swift songs are made for girls because a lot of her songs are about her exes or about love, but falling in love with a boy. But you can translate it when you feel like like me, you are, I mean, emotionally available to translate the songs into your own interpretation of the lyrics. You can appreciate the music enough.
I see. Cool. So was it difficult scoring Taylor Swift tickets?
Yes, it was difficult for people, but not for me because I have the unique chance to because my dad works with the stadium and
Oh,
security, so it was free and I was in VIP. Yeah,
oh, lucky you.
yeah, thanks a lot. Huge experience and amazing
Hmm.
time.
I see. So did the VIP package enables you to go backstage or any other privileges that the general
Oh,
public has?
I can't. I couldn't meet Taylor Swift, but I was in, the lounge with you can where you can eat I mean, everything you want and drink everything you want to, and just sit down and have a huge view. Obviously, it's a bit far from Taylor because around Taylor there's a lot of people, but it's where when you see celebrities at concerts or events, that's where they are. They're up there. I feel like they're up in the stadiums, and that's where I was.
Of course, yeah. I heard that Gracie Abrams opened for many of the Taylor concerts. So did she open for the one that you were in as well?
Unfortunately, no, she didn't open for me. She opened for me for the Taylor Swift concert when I was, yeah. But no. Paramore opened for
Oh,
Taylor
okay.
Swift when I was.
Oh, okay. So
That's cool, yeah.
okay, so even better. Yeah, with Haley
Yeah,
Williams and everyone.
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Much better.
I'd say I would pay for the ticket just to see Paramore alone. So,
Yeah, exactly. Same.
um, so tell me about your latest single is titled I Wanna Say.
Exactly. I want to say was for me an open love letter. I feel like because I'm very good at explaining my feelings and expressing the way I feel in lyrics of songs, but not in real life. In real life, I'm a bit shy. I'm a bit. I mean, like every teenager or young adults, I feel like we are a bit lost. We don't even know what to say and so for me, music was always a mean to express myself. And I want to say is an open love letter um, to a girl I like, and also a bit of idealization of this girl, because in the first verse of the song I mentioned Avril Lavigne. I say she acts like Lindsay Lohan, and no, wait, yeah, I think I talk about Avril Lavigne and Lindsay Lohan, but that's because when I grew up, that was my idols, my celebrity crushes. So
Oh,
yeah. So I wanna say he's an open love letter to a girl, and basically that's a romantic rock song.
awesome. So it's a love letter to a girl who's a mix of Avril and Lindsay Lohan then.
Exactly, in my mind. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Would you mind telling me your current age?
I'm 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And yeah, I should say that, as I was a teenager myself and I was 20, and I can say that, shyness is something that you can outgrow, provided that
Yeah,
you want to outgrow it.
of course.
Yeah. Why Lindsay Lohan? Why is she your celebrity crush?
He was my celebrity crush growing up because Lindsay Lohan was very present when I was younger in the movie industry, but also in a bit of music because she made one or two songs that I listened to when I
Yeah.
was eight or 10. But she starred in a lot of movies and that I watched and that I loved. So when I was, I mean, in the early 2000s and 2000, I mean, yeah, and even in the late 2000s, she was very huge.
Okay. Yeah.
And still today, with Freaky Friday and other movies that I can, she was very, and plus, I liked her. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I believe I saw Mean Girls once. Yeah, it was written by Tina Fey,
Hmm.
who's one of my favorite comedians. Although
Yeah.
I get the
Okay.
feeling that yeah, I get the feeling that that movie was written for people other than me, so I didn't quite get the appeal of it. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, when I was growing up, the name Lindsay Lohan sort of becomes like a tabloid punchline because she got into a very rocky period. I think now she's has research as a performer and as a person, so it's good for her. But there was a time when
Yeah.
there was a time when people think of the name Lindsay Lohan with a certain amount of derision.
Yeah, I get the same because she grew up under the lights. And when you constantly have the lights on you, it's hard to rest, I feel like, and also hard to get away from this constant attention that you receive. So you start to get crushed by it, by this constant attention. And it's not always a positive attention, of course, paparazzi and stuff in Hollywood. That's for a girl even harder because if you lose weight, if you gain weight, if you're different than yesterday in a bad way or in a good way, you're always going to be criticized. And when you're young and you're getting to know you and getting to know life and growing up, and when you receive this constant negative attention, that's where you feel like you're about to lose it. So I feel like that happened to Lindsay Lohan and also a lot of other celebrities in the 90s and 2000s in USA.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, of course, there's a conversation to be had about being famous as a kid, right? Because not many kid stars transition into healthy adulthood.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, I really enjoyed her in The Parent Trap. Yeah, uh, I believe it was like Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan, and of course Lindsay Lohan plays two people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
that's a lovely movie. And
Mhm.
of course, like I said, I'm glad that she made a comeback, so to speak. And I believe there's going to be a sequel to Freaky Friday that's coming out this year.
Yes. Yes, yes. Coming out is, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's huge.
and I should say, Jamie Lee Curtis is also a great actress. I believe she got her
Hmm.
start in the Halloween movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's amazing.
So you've listened to Lindsay Lohan's music. I know that she makes music, but I haven't listened to it very much.
I mean, I listened to one or two songs that she made, but one of my favorite songs when I was younger was from the Freaky Friday movie,
Okay,
and "Take Me Away." It's the song, and it was very popular when I was younger.
that's amazing. Yeah, I should listen to that.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of your upcoming live performances, other than the Rocking 1000 in Italy.
So because I'm also an international management student, I'm coming into a period when I don't have a lot of time for music
Yeah,
until this summer. But that's when I have to focus on my studies because that's where, I mean, we are at the end of the year and I have to focus on my exams, upcoming exams and stuff. So until this summer, I won't focus much on live performances and music in general. But this summer, of course, I'm gonna be at the event. And then it's gonna be the start of something amazing. I feel like. But until this summer, I'm gonna be focusing on rehearsing the festival because we have 36 songs to rehearse, and that's a lot. And but I'm gonna also work. So no live performances until this summer. But I'm working on two different projects that are rock music and in the same direction of I Wanna Say, my latest single, but also a pop project. And I feel like it's gonna be called Stand Forward 2. And that's also little love letters or love songs, but more pop, like Gracie Abrams.
wonderful. Yeah. So what are you studying?
Okay. So I study online because I have a lot of hobbies that takes time and I can't go to school like I was other students at the university. But I'm in my first year of college, and I study online, and my school is in Germany, so it's an international school because my degree is in English, and my teachers are coming from London, LA, Paris, Italy. So
Okay, yeah. And what are you studying?
I'm studying international management and marketing.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm guessing that's going well for you.
doing well. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's going amazing for the moment.
Okay. Well, best of luck with your exams.
Thanks.
So what else? So I'm guessing you're still at home in Lyon.
Mhm. I'm staying home in Lyon here because I love it here. I'm with my family and my little brother and my friends are here too. I mean, most of them. And as I said, the environment is so comfortable. It's hard to get out. You don't wanna. For why do you wanna get out if you don't have a job, don't have money to? I don't want to struggle anywhere else when I know I can be comfortable here.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of pro wrestling. So I know that last year there was a WWE event there. So yeah, were you aware of it?
I didn't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, so I don't really follow what's going on. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
I know some of my friends do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's called Backlash, and yeah, I believe it was
Hmm.
in Lyon Stadium where Taylor Swift performed with Paramore,
Okay, that's huge. Yeah.
and I believe they are returning in France this year for another event, but maybe in Paris.
Okay. Hmm.
So where else in France have you visited?
So in France, I also went to Paris because that's where my grandmother, grandfather, and uncle live. So I often, I mean, twice a year, we go to visit them for Christmas and for my birthday or Easter or anything. And so they live in Paris, around Paris. It's not really Paris, it's around Paris, and it's not the same area. It's not the same area. Paris is, the city that you know, and around Paris, it's not the same.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's this area, and I visited south of France too, where with my grandparents when I was younger, and also a bit of southwest France, and not a lot of north France because I don't really would like to visit it. That's not where I vibe the most, I feel like, but yeah,
Mhm.
that's pretty much everything in France. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I like to visit Paris at one point because I heard that the Notre Dame Cathedral is reopened. So
Yes, yes.
yeah, I love to attend there.
Yeah, that's a huge key place of French history. And when I was, because it burned at some point, some time, and almost like 7 years ago, and now it's being fully renovated and ready to open. So I mean, it reopened again, but that's amazing. If you want to come here, of course, you have a place to stay. And
Of course. Yeah, and I'll let you know whenever I'm in Lyon, because yeah, hopefully
perfect,
we can meet up. Yeah,
of course.
yeah. I'm currently in Budapest, so I'm guessing it's only a flight away.
Yes, one flight away. Yeah.
Mhm.
And but what are you doing in Budapest? You live there?
Studying too. For my
Oh,
master's
amazing.
degree.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost finished, so possibly entering the Budapestan job market next.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm studying Hungarian too, so that helps me to be a resident.
Okay. Yeah.
And have you visited Hungary or Budapest?
No, never. Never went there. I went to Serbia because my dad is Serbian.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I went to Serbia. I went to England. I went to Spain, Italy every summer because I'm a Spanish Italian, but never went to Hungary.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, there's a big rock scene here too, and many good rock bands choose this city as their touring destination. I believe including, if I'm not mistaken, Sum 41. I think they either visit here last year or they will be visiting this year. But I know that they
Oh,
visited
okay.
this place before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And concert tickets are significantly more reasonable in terms of price here because everything in Budapest and in Hungary in general is cheaper than Western Europe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's amazing.
Okay. What else can so how and when did you start to discover your own music taste?
So I discovered my music taste. It was a long journey for me because I listened to different genres growing up, but I feel like I'm becoming my child version again because when I was a child, I used to listen to rock music, pop music, and when I was in middle school and there was a really difficult period for me, I lost myself. I used to listen to rap music and but as I said, not because I liked it, but because I wanted to fit in. So I listened to rap music. I didn't know what real music because a lot of rap music in France is I hate it. I just don't like it. It's I hate it because that's the same and that's often insulting. That's not a real good vibe. I feel like that's a lot of people that don't have a work and don't want to work that say, okay, I'm gonna do rap music, but you don't know how to do it. It's not very musical. I feel like it's more to express some kind of hate, but it's okay. And so I listen to rap music at some point, and then I'm becoming my own child version again because I'm listening to rock music and pop music again. As I said, Blink, Sum 41, and Taylor Swift from the other side. Yeah. So
Cool.
so I discovered my style. I discovered it by listening to music with my parents in the car, at home, and
That's amazing. Yeah, and I'm guessing I'm pretty glad that I did not discover French rap music then.
yes, yes, you're lucky.
So, are they a good French rock music then?
French rock, yes, but in the 90s and 2000, yeah, like not today. Today the rock scene is a bit absent, and there's not a lot of rock music going on. But I feel like we have three or four artists and bands are that were huge, but not nowadays.
Yeah. Sorry. So
It's okay.
what are some good French rock bands that you can recommend?
So some French rock bands. Um, we have L5 from the 2000s, and also earlier in the 80s we have Johnny Hallyday. If you know, we have Johnny Hallyday. And we also have in the 2000s we have a band called BB Bruins. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I know in France.
Okay. Yeah, I take back my Debussy comments because I do listen to some bit
Mhm.
of French house music. I believe the most important of them is Daft Punk. Yeah, those guys are amazing.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I remember growing up listening to them, and I listened to their latest and their final record, Random Access Memories, over and over again.
Yeah, and also in terms of house music, I mean electro, and we also have David Guetta in France.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know him too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a huge when I was growing up between like 2011 and 2013. I think that's like
Mhm.
the kids like was it Titanium?
Titanium.
And there's that song when he samples the Better Off Alone song. Yeah,
Yes, I can remember, but yeah, yeah,
yeah, the one
I
with
know it.
Akon. I think it was called Work Hard, Play Hard or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Morgan Player.
Mhm. So, tell me what inspires you to do music.
Oh, and it means that I'm inspired by pretty much everything that's going on in my life. I mean, I'm very sensitive, and so for me, art is a mean of expressing myself more than just music. So, I'm inspired by when it comes to music, I'm inspired by, of course, what's going on in my life in the romantically side. I feel like romantical experiences, and also when you lose a friend, when you lose someone a loved one, as we say. And my music is very, I try to, yeah, be very uplifting in my music because sad music makes me sad and it's not good. So I try to keep this positive vibe into my music to really bring it in my musical world. And
Okay. So, how would you describe the sound of Clemmy?
so the sound of Clemmy is when it comes to pop punk music because that's where I focus myself. And the sound of Clemmy is very positive, very romantic, very energetic, with fast tracks and highly, yeah, energetic and rockish sound. So something very something that you would blast when you go in vacation.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Um, so how did you find the same people who share your music taste?
I'm gonna be very honest. In France, I don't have any of those friends when it comes to rock music.
Mhm.
When it comes to rock, I have one or two friends, people I know, but I feel like people that are more open-minded like me are not from France, but I met them in Italy. I met them in from other countries, Netherlands, and but in France there are a lot of people, but especially girls that listen to, the pop girlies, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez with her new project too, and Gracie Abrams, Sabrina. So yeah, a lot of girls feel like I vibe with more girls than boys currently. I feel like, because girls are very into pop music, and that's going on perfectly for pop music, and pop girlies nowadays they own the charts. So that's where I feel like I vibe the most. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm guessing, yeah, most boys listen to French rap music then.
Yes. So that's why I don't really vibe with them.
That's understandable. Yeah, I remember growing up, I didn't meet anyone who had the same music taste as me. I think except for one, he introduced me to Pink Floyd, and we were in eighth grade at
Uh-huh.
that time,
Yeah.
and I'm still in touch with him to this day. Yeah,
Oh, it's amazing.
I listened to that album, The Wall. He somehow managed to get a
Mhm.
CD copy of it,
Oh yeah.
which is a feat because back in Vietnam, we virtually don't know how to get CDs of
Exactly.
bands and such. I'm sure it's a much better, much easier time in France.
Yes, that's easier in France, and but it's different because music is everywhere. I mean, when I was younger, music used to be leaked or stolen. But now with streaming services like Spotify, Deezer, and it's easier to get music. And I feel like we have to pay a subscription plan, but it's for me it's not a lot compared to what we can hear when we are on Spotify. Because when you're on Spotify, for example, that's the app I use, you can listen to everything, but you only pay $10 per month. So when back in the day you had to buy a CD or anything, you paid, but just for the CD. So nowadays it's much easier.
Oh yeah. Do you still collect physical music?
I don't personally, I don't collect because I don't have anything to listen that music on. I don't have vinyls. I don't have, and nowadays, technology, there's not a lot of, we can put CDs now, computers in. So we just have to listen on Spotify or any streaming service.
I see. Yeah, I still maintain the habit of collecting collecting CDs. I used to collect vinyls, but then I found out that it's too heavy and it's too expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's something that I would recommend because I think CDs are cheaper now, and you can get like accessible, radios that play CDs.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So I should mention this at the beginning, but I got to know you because you introduced yourself to me as a friend and previous podcast guest, Francesca
Exactly.
Sorrentino from Florida, USA. So how did you come to know her?
Exactly. So on Instagram, what's very amazing is that you get to connect with other people, from pretty much everywhere. And I started following Francesca when I feel like it was at the end of 2025, at the beginning of 2025. And like 2 months ago, I followed her, she followed me back, and I like her music. And she, just like me, we were saying, she has the same music taste that me. She is into rock music, and she's amazing and such at her age because she's quite young still. I mean, she's growing up,
Yeah,
and she's doing amazing for her age. And that's how I got to know her. And one day I saw that she was doing an interview with you, and I was like, oh, I feel like I love the energy of what's going on and what I'm seeing. So as I'm a fellow musician, I can maybe interact with you and maybe try to talk with you. And that's how we are doing today.
of course. Yeah. I hope I didn't disappoint.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Okay, and I certainly hope that the conversation that I had with Francesca, which I recently uploaded, was enjoyable.
Yes, I listened to it. I mean, I watched the YouTube version, so I also watched it. But it was very enjoyable, of course. And you have a great energy. So Francesca and you were very interesting in what you were saying. So it was very easy to follow along, and I recommend watching this video for people.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, And thanks for calling me, having a good energy because I tend to see myself as a very low energy person. So, well, thank you.
Oh, it's okay to have a chill energy because you don't have to be excited about life and excited about everything all the time. That's when most people call it fake. If I'm excited about everything, no, but you have a chill energy and that's easier to connect and maybe more chill and more deep, I feel like, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. So finally, what does music mean to you?
Music is to me the true expression of ourselves, and music is a way to connect people and is a way to gather people with their because in life there's a lot of things that tend to separate people from each other, and music is one of the few things that makes people connect with each other. And music is when you look at very like really popular artists all along history of music. When you look at Bob Marley, when you look at Michael Jackson, when you look at Taylor Swift, they're they are all very different in their approach of music, but they are all similar when it comes to unifying people together. And music is, for me, was a way to it's a fun way to fit in, to get friends, and to get to know you better with what you're listening to and how you want to express when you are an artist like me, how you want to express yourself through music and through a rhythm and lyrics.
Okay. Well, I think that's a wonderful note to end on. Thank you very much, Clemmy, for joining the show.
Thank you. Have a nice day.